Hello everyone. RM Classes is back again with the discussion of board paper of session 22-23 with given series. In this video we are discussing set 1 with the given question paper code. So starting with the very first question, that is, if for a square matrix A square minus 3A plus identity matrix equals to 0 matrix and A inverse equals to X times matrix A plus Y times identity matrix, then we have to find the value of X plus Y. For that, using this equation, we have to reach up to this equation. तो A inverse को इन्वॉल्व करने के लिए let us pre-multiply both sides by A inverse. तो A inverse से pre-multiply करेंगे, we will get matrix A minus 3 times identity matrix plus A inverse equals to 0 matrix. Now writing this equation in this form, on comparing, we will get the values of X and Y. They turns out to be minus 1 and Y turns out to be 3. And the sum of X plus Y is 2. So the answer to question number 1 is option B. Now passing on to second question, that is, if determinant of A equals to 2, where A is 2 cross 2 matrix, then we have to find the value of determinant of 4 times A inverse. First of all, we are given that order of matrix A is 2 cross 2. So determinant में से 4 common निकालेंगे 2 times from the first row and from the second row, and now we are left with determinant of A inverse, and we know determinant of A inverse is equals to 1 upon determinant of A. Now substituting the value of determinant of A, that is 2, we will get the answer as 8, which is option C. Now the third question is, let matrix A be a 3 cross 3 matrix such that determinant of adjoint A equals to 64, then determinant of A is equals to. Now we know that determinant of adjoint A is equals to determinant of A raised to power n minus 1, where n is the order of the matrix, and here order of the matrix is 3. So substituting value of n as 3, we will get this. Now substituting the value of determinant of adjoint A as 64, we will get the value of determinant of A as plus minus 8. So answer matches with option D. Now passing on to question number 4. Question number 4 is, if matrix A is equals to 3, 4, and in the second row we are given 5 and 2, and twice of matrix A plus matrix B is a null matrix, then matrix B is equals to. We are given that twice of matrix A plus B equals to null matrix, and we have to find matrix B. So matrix B will be equals to minus 2 times matrix A. Now substituting the value of matrix A over here, after substituting and simplifying, we will get the answer which matches with option B. Now the fifth question is, we are given that d by dx of f of x equals to log x, then f of x equals. Now in order to find f of x, we will integrate both sides. So on integrating both sides, left hand side we will get f of x, and on right hand side we will get integration of log x dx. Now how to integrate log x? We will use integration by parts, and for that we need product of two functions. We will write it as 1 into log x. Now treating this as the second function, we will apply by parts, that is first function as it is, integration of 1, that is x, minus whole integration of derivative of first, which is 1 by x, and into integration of second, that is x dx, and this turns out to be 1 की इंटीग्रेशन आ जाएगी x, and finally हमारे पास आंसर आ गया x log x minus x plus c, which matches with option B. Now question number 6 is, integration of secant square of x minus pi by 6 d of x is equal to, And we know secant square is derivative of tan x. So its integration is tangent of x minus pi by 6, and of course the limits are 0 to pi by 6. जैसे हम upper limit minus lower limit put करेंगे, we will get the final answer as 1 by root 3, which matches with option A. So answer to question number 6 is A. Now the seventh question is, the sum of the order and the degree of the differential equation which is given. Since highest order derivative is 2, so the order is 2 and the highest power of highest order derivative is 1. So degree of this given differential equation, which is a polynomial in terms of derivatives, is 1. So their sum is 3, which matches with option C. So answer to question number 7 is C. Now the question number 8 is the value of P for which these two given vectors are perpendicular to each other. We are given that the two vectors are perpendicular to each other. For that we have to find the value of P. Since vectors are perpendicular, therefore dot product of these two must be 0. So जैसे हम dot product equal to 0 करेंगे, we will get the value of P as 3, which matches with option A. Now passing on to question number 9, the value of this expression, which is I cap cross j cap dot with j cap plus j cross I cap dot with k cap. The value of this expression is, since we know that I cross j gives us k cap, and in fact we also know that k dot j turns out to be 0, plus now j cross I cap will give us minus k cap, and minus k cap dot k cap turns out to be minus 1. So finally answer turns out to be minus 1, which matches with option D. So answer to question number 9 is D. Now the 10th question is, if A vector plus B vector equals to I cap and we are given the value of A vector, then magnitude of vector B equals. Very simple question. From this given condition, we will write B vector as I cap minus A vector. जैसे ही A vector की value यहाँ substitute करेंगे, after simplification, we will get vector B as minus I cap plus 2 j cap minus 2 k cap. And now we can easily evaluate its magnitude, and magnitude turns out to be positive square root of minus 1 square plus 2 square and plus minus 2 square, and answer turns out to be 3, which matches with option B. Now question number 11th is direction cosines of the line whose equation is given are. Now first of all, we need to write this equation in a standard form. Now in order to write its equation in standard form, we will write it like this: x minus 1 by 2, y का कोएफिशिएंट प्लस 1 बनाने के लिए माइनस 1 से न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर को करा मल्टीप्लाई, एंड z का कोएफिशिएंट 1 बनाने के लिए we will divide numerator as well as denominator by 2, and we will get this as z minus 1 by 2 divided by 6. Now the direction ratios of this given line are 2 ratio minus 3 ratio 6. From here we can easily write direction cosines, that is 2 upon positive square root of 2 square, that is 4, plus minus 3 square, that is 9, and plus 6 square, that is 36. And जैसे ही आप इस क्वांटिटी को इवैल्यूएट करोगे, this turns out to be 7. Similarly, we will get minus 3 by 7 and 6 by 7. So these are the direction cosines of the given line, which matches with option D. Now passing on to next question, we are given if probability of A given B is equals to 0.3 and probability of A equals to 0.4. Probability of B is 0.8. Then we have to find probability of B given A. And according to the result, probability of B given A will be equals to probability of B intersection A upon probability of A. और अगर आप ध्यान दो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इज गिवन टू अस दैट इज 0.4. कुल मिला के मेरे को चाहिए प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ बी इंटरसेक्शन ए एंड दैट वी कैन फाइंड फ्रॉम अनदर गिवन कंडीशन दैट इज प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए गिवन बी. यूजिंग द रिजल्ट दिस इज प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी अपॉन प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ बी. Probability of A given B is 0.3. Probability of A intersection B that we have to find upon probability of B which is 0.8. Cross multiply करेंगे we will get the value of probability of A intersection B as 0.24. And finally after simplifying this we will get the answer as 0.6 which matches with option A. Now passing on to question number 13. Theta, the value of k for which f of x which is given to us is a continuous function. We are given that this given function is a continuous function and for x greater than equal to 2, the definition is a polynomial type. The polynomial function is continuous for every real value of x. And for x less than 2, again we have a polynomial function which is again continuous for all real values. So finally we are left with only one point that is at x equal to 2 because 2 पे definition भी change हो रही है. So right hand limit must be same as left hand limit must be same as value of the function at x equal to 2. Let's see. Right hand limit means x is approaching to 2 from right side means x 2 से just बड़ा है. So we will apply the first definition. तो पॉलिनोमियल फंक्शन है इसकी लिमिट हम सीधा इवैल्यूएट कर सकते हैं दैट टर्न्स आउट टू बी 11. राइट हैंड लिमिट मस्ट बी इक्वल्स टू लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट मींस x इज अप्रोचिंग टू 2 फ्रॉम लेफ्ट साइड x 2 से जस्ट छोटा है तो वी विल यूज सेकंड डेफिनेशन व्हिच इज अगेन अ पॉलिनोमियल फंक्शन. वी कैन इजीली इवैल्यूएट इट्स लिमिट सब्स्टिट्यूट x इक्वल्स टू 2 दैट टर्न्स आउट टू बी 4k. और चारों ऑप्शंस में हमें गिवन है वैल्यूज so we can just find the value of k from this condition and that turns out to be 11/4 which matches with option D. Now question number 40. We are given matrix A and also we are given another condition that is 3 times the identity matrix plus 4A into 3 times the identity matrix minus 4A which is equals to x square into I. Then the values of x is or are. So after simplifying this left hand side, we will get the quantity as 9 times the identity matrix minus 16 times a square equals to x square into I. We will combine these two quantities. We can write it as 9 minus x square into identity matrix और a square वाली term इस side change करेंगे तो we will get 16 times a square. Since we are given matrix A, we can easily evaluate a square. जैसे ही a square evaluate करेंगे, that turns out to be minus 16 times identity matrix. Now, on comparing these two quantities, we will get 9 minus x square equals to minus 16, and from here we can find the value of x that turns out to be plus minus 5, and answer matches with option C. Now passing on to question number 15, the general solution of the given differential equation this is. So the differential equation is x into dy minus 1 plus x square into dx must be equals to dx. Now in order to find the general solution of this given differential equation, we will first find dy by dx. dy by dx turns out to be 2 plus x square by x. And from here, you can easily observe, in order to solve this differential equation, सबसे पहला मेथड वर्क कर रहा है, that is variable separation method. सारी x वाली टर्म्स एक साइड पे हैं, तो we can write it like this. This complete 2 plus x square by x into dx. Now we can integrate both sides, and on integrating both sides, we will get integration of 1 into dy equals to integration of 2 plus x square by x dx. So finally we will get y, and जैसे ही denominator separate करेंगे, we will get 2 by x. Its integration is twice of log of mod x plus x square by x, that turns out to be x की integration x square by 2 plus c. And if you observe, answer matches with option D. Now passing on to question number 16. If f of x equals to a into x minus cos x is strictly decreasing in set of all reals, then a belongs to. Since we are given that this given function is a strictly decreasing function, and for strictly decreasing function, the condition is f dash x must be strictly less than 0. So first of all, we need to find f dash x, and f dash x turns out to be a into derivative of this is 1 plus sin x, and we are given that this is strictly decreasing for all reals. So first of all, in order to find the values of a for which f dash x must be less than 0, we need to find 1 plus sin x कौन सी real values cover कर रहा है, and we know that sin x will cover values from -1 to 1 for every real x, and we need 1 plus sin x, so adding 1 throughout we will get 0 less than equal to 1 plus sin x less than equal to 2. Since this quantity is a positive quantity, so in order to get f dash x strictly less than 0, a must be negative. तो अगर आप ऑप्शन की तरफ ध्यान दो तो आंसर डायरेक्टली नजर आता है, दैट इज ऑप्शन सी. Now passing on to question number 17. The corner points of the feasible region in the graphical representation of a linear programming problem are given. If z equals to 18x plus 9y be the objective function, then which of the following option is correct? Since we are given the feasible region, corner points of the feasible region, that is 2, 72. At this point, we can find the value of objective function. X की जगह 2 substitute करेंगे, y की जगह 72. On simplifying this, we will get the answer as 684. And at the corner point 15, 20, the value of z turns out to be 450. And at 40, 15, value of objective function turns out to be 855. तो यहाँ से क्लियरली नजर आता है मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ z इज 855 at 40, 15 and minimum value is 450 at 15, 20. So answer matches with option C. So 17th question का आंसर आ गया option C. Now the 18th question is the number of corner points of the feasible region determined by the constraints, that is x minus y greater than equal to 0 and 2y less than equal to x plus 2 and x comma y, they both are greater than equal to 0. Now in order to find the number of corner points of the feasible region corresponding to these inequalities, we need to draw the feasible region corresponding to these inequalities. So first of all, we will consider equation corresponding to x minus y equals to 0, which is a line y equals to x. And इस inequality के corresponding region find करने के लिए we will consider one nice point which is not lying on the line. Say I am considering the point 1, 0. तो x की जगह 1 put करा, y की जगह 0. 1 is greater than 0, which is satisfying the inequality. So feasible region corresponding to this inequality is below this line. And similarly, corresponding to this, we will consider equation 2y equals to x plus 2. Now, in order to plot this line, I will consider two nice points. X को 0 substitute करा तो y की value आ जाएगी 1, x 0, y 1. And next is y को 0 substitute करेंगे तो x की value turns out to be -2, -1 and -2. The line will pass through these 2 points. This is 2y equals to x plus 2. Now, feasible region corresponding to this inequality, find करने के लिए we will again consider one nice point which is not lying on this line, that is 0, 0. X की जगह 0, y की जगह 0, so we will get 0 less than equal to 2, which is true. तो इस लाइन के भी नीचे की तरफ ही हमें पार्ट शेड करना है, तो ध्यान से। एंड ऑफ कोर्स साथ में लिखा हुआ है एक्स एंड वाई दे बोथ आर पॉजिटिव, इट मींस जो फिजिबल रीजन होगा फाइनली वो डेफिनेटली लाई करेगा फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट में। तो फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट में कौन सा? इस लाइन के नीचे वाला पार्ट, एज वेल एज इस लाइन के भी नीचे वाला पार्ट। So finally this is the feasible region and we have to find the corner points of this feasible region and they are basically this one 0, 0 and this one. So the number of corner points are 2. Answer matches with option A. Now question number 19 and 20, they are basically assertion reason type questions. Passing on to question number 19, assertion A is the range of the function f of x equals to 2 sin inverse x plus 3 pi by 2 where x belongs to closed interval -1, 1 is this quantity. And reason R is the range of the principal value branch of sin inverse x is 0 to pi. And clearly नजर आ रहा है reason वाली statement जो है that is a wrong statement because range of the principal value branch of sin inverse x is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Since this reason is incorrect, therefore answer directly nazar aata hai, which is option C. So answer to question number 19 is C. Now 20th question is again assertion reason type question. Let us read both the statements. Assertion A is equation of a line passing through the points 1, 2, 3 and 3, -1, 3 is x minus 3 by 3 equals to y plus 1 by 3 and z minus 3 by 0. Reason R is equation of a line passing through the 2 points is given by this. और अगर आप ध्यान दो, reason R is a general statement which is definitely true. Let us see whether assertion A is correct or incorrect. Let us try to write equation passing through 2 points 1, 2, 3 and 3, -1, 3. So using this point, we can write equation as x minus 3 upon x2 minus x1 that is 2 equals to y minus this y1 which is -1 upon this minus this that is -3 equals to z minus 3 upon this minus this that turns out to be 0 and after simplification we will get x minus 3 by 2 equals to y plus 1 by -3 equals to z minus 3 by 0. So अगर आप ध्यान दो it matches with option A or not. assertion A से मैच करती है या नहीं? x minus 3 by 2 बिल्कुल ठीक है equals to y plus 1 by -3. यहाँ पे आ गई गड़बड़ because in the given equation we are given this as plus 3. तो इसका मतलब assertion A वाली statement incorrect है. So we can directly mark the answer as option D. Now passing on to section B, starting with question number 21, choice was given in this question. So first part is a function f from set A to set B defined as f of x equals to 2x is both 1, 1 and onto. If set A is given, then find the set B. अगर आप ध्यान दो function है from A to B, B is the codomain of this function and we are also given that this function is onto function means range must be equals to codomain. So in order to find set B, we need to find range of this function and that we can easily find because we are given the function f of x equals to 2x. In order to find range का मतलब है all those corresponding values of y means y equals to 2x. तो x के corresponding जो values of y आएंगी that will give us the range of this function. x की value सबसे पहले put करेंगे from set A1, x की value 1 put करेंगे तो y turns out to be 2. Next x की value 2 substitute करेंगे तो y turns out to be 4. Similarly x3 substitute करा तो 6, x को 4 substitute करा तो 8. These are all values of y, so this becomes set B. So answer to question 21, first part is set containing 2, 4, 6, 8. Now the second part is we have to evaluate the given expression, which is sine inverse of sine of 3 pi by 4 plus cos inverse of cos 3 pi by 4 and plus tan inverse 1, which can be written as pi by 4. तो सबसे पहले अगर आप ध्यान दो, this expression can be easily simplified because cos inverse of cos x can be written as x provided this x must lie in principal value branch and that is 0 to pi. और ये एंगल 0 से pi में लाई करता है, तो this can directly be written as 3 pi by 4. Similarly, sin inverse of sin x can be written as x provided x must lie in its principal value branch, which is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. और अगर आप ध्यान दो, ये प्रिंसिपल वैल्यू ब्रांच में लाई नहीं करता. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी नीड टू सिंप्लीफाई साइन ऑफ 3 pi by 4 and we know sin 3 pi by 4 can be written as sin of pi minus pi by 4, which is basically sin of pi by 4. Now sin inverse of sin pi by 4 can be written as pi by 4. The second term is 3 pi by 4 and the third one is pi by 4. जैसे इन तीनों को ऐड करेंगे we will get the answer as 5 pi by 4. So question number 21 का second part का आंसर है 5 pi by 4. Now let us pass on to question number 22. So find all the vectors of magnitude 3 root 3 which are collinear to the vector which is given. And we know any vector which is collinear to the given vector is lambda times the given vector which is I cap plus j cap plus k cap. तो कुल मिला के मेरे को वैल्यू ऑफ लैम्डा फाइंड करनी है. इन ऑर्डर टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ लैम्डा वी आर गिवन वन कंडीशन दैट मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ रिक्वायर्ड वेक्टर इज 3 root 3. So its magnitude we can easily evaluate, that is positive square root of lambda I cap means lambda square, lambda j cap to lambda square again, lambda k cap to lambda square, and this is equals to 3 root 3. जैसे इसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे we will get the value of lambda as plus minus 3. तो वैल्यू ऑफ लैम्डा यहां सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे तो सारे वेक्टर्स आ जाएंगे सेटिस्फाइंग द गिवन कंडीशन. सो आंसर टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 22 इज प्लस माइनस 3 टाइम्स आई कैप प्लस जे कैप प्लस के कैप. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 23, अगेन चॉइस वाज गिवन इन दिस क्वेश्चन. सो द फर्स्ट पार्ट इज position vectors of the point A, B and C as shown in the figure below are A vector, B vector and C vector respectively. If AC vector equals to 5 by 4 times AB vector, then express C vector in terms of A and B. कुल मिला के मेरे को C, A, B में एक रिलेशन चाहिए and for that we are given that AC vector equals to 5 by 4 times AB vector. AC vector can be written as position vector of C minus position vector of A, which are given to us, equals to 5 by 4 times AB vector, that is position vector of B minus position vector of A. जैसे ही हम इसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे we will get an expression representing vector C in terms of A and B. Finally answer turns out to be C vector equals to 5 by 4 times B vector minus 1 by 4 times vector A. So answer to question number 23, first part is C vector will be equal to 5 by 4 times B vector minus 1 by 4 times vector A. Now passing on to its second part, let us check whether the lines given by the two equations are perpendicular to each other or not. In order to check whether the two given lines are perpendicular to each other or not, we need its direction ratios. In order to write direction ratios, first of all we need to write the two equations in their standard form. Standard form में लिखने के लिए अगर आप ध्यान दो, from the very first part we can write x in terms of lambda हमें given है. From there we can write it as x minus 2 by 2 and this complete expression will be equal to lambda, and similarly y can be written as y minus 1 upon 7, and similarly from the third part we can write z plus 3 by minus 3. All these three expressions are equal to lambda, that is this equal to this equal to this equals to lambda. Similarly from second equation we can write x, y and z इक्वल्स टू म्यू की फॉर्म में कैसे x plus 2 by minus 1 equals to y minus 8 by 2 equals to z minus 5 by 4 all these are equals to mu. अगर आप कंपेयर करो इनको स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म से तो डायरेक्शन रेशियो ऑफ फर्स्ट लाइन टर्न्स आउट टू बी 2:7:-3 and direction ratios of second line are -1:2:4. In order to check whether these two lines are perpendicular or not, we know the condition of perpendicularity, that is A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 must be 0. If these are A1 B1 C1, A2 B2 C2, let's see whether A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0 or not. Let's see, A1 A2 turns out to be -2, B1 B2 is 14, C1 C2 is -12. इन सबका सम अगर हम इवेल्युएट करें, आंसर टर्न्स आउट टू बी 0, means the two lines are perpendicular to each other. Now passing on to question number 24, कहता है if y equals to this, then show that left hand side equals to right hand side. Let us write this given quantity, that is y equals to x plus root of x square minus 1 whole square, and what we have to show that x square minus 1 into dy by dx its whole square is equals to 4y square. In order to show that left hand side equals to right hand side, first of all, we need dy by dx. In order to find dy by dx, let us differentiate both sides with respect to x. So dy by dx equals to derivative of right hand side, and that we can easily find using chain rule. Let us treat this as u square का derivative turns out to be 2u, and using chain rule, it's u का derivative, and that is x का derivative 1, रूट का डेरिवेटिव है 1/2 रूट ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 1 एंड एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 1 का डेरिवेटिव टर्न्स आउट टू बी 2x एंड हियर दिस इज x प्लस रूट ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 1. नाउ अगर आप ध्यान दो इस ब्रैकेट में सिंप्लीफिकेशन जैसे ही करोगे आफ्टर टेकिंग एलसीएम वी विल गेट dy by dx as 2 into x plus root of x square minus 1, and in this bracket we will get root of x square minus 1 plus x, which is सेम एक्सप्रेशन एज दिस ब्रैकेट. तो ये आ गया इसका होल स्क्वायर अपॉन रूट ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 1. नाउ अगर आप ध्यान दो टारगेट की तरफ तो dy by dx के साथ ये फैक्टर मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है. लेट अस क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई दिस फैक्टर रूट ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 1. अब अगर आप ध्यान दो जैसे ही आप स्क्वायरिंग करोगे, क्यों टारगेट देखा दोबारा से dy by dx का क्या चाहिए हमें होल स्क्वायर. तो स्क्वायरिंग बोथ साइड वी विल गेट एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 1 इनटू dy by dx इसका होल स्क्वायर. अब ध्यान से राइट हैंड साइड में हमें चाहिए 4y स्क्वायर. वी डोंट नीड सच एक्सप्रेशन, बट अगर आप ध्यान दो इन द गिवन कंडीशन y इज इक्वल टू दिस ब्रैकेट्स होल स्क्वायर एंड दिस इज नथिंग बट y. तो स्क्वायरिंग करेंगे तो वी विल गेट 4y स्क्वायर व्हिच इज सेम एज दिस एक्सप्रेशन. सो इट मींस 24th क्वेश्चन इज ओवर एंड ऑफ कोर्स क्वेश्चन नंबर 23 का जो सेकंड पार्ट था इसका आंसर था लाइंस आर परपेंडिकुलर टू ईच अदर. नाउ पासिंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, दैट इज 25th question. Show that the function f of x equals to this is strictly decreasing in pi by 2 to pi. In order to show whether this function is strictly decreasing or not, first of all we have to find its derivative. Derivative find करने के लिए we will have to apply quotient rule on the right hand side. So finally, finding f dash x, applying quotient rule, and after simplification we will get the answer as 56 minus cos x into cos x whole divided by 4 plus cos x का whole square. ध्यान से क्वेश्चन में था show that this given function is strictly decreasing in this interval, that is pi by 2 comma pi. Now we have to show that f dash x is less than 0 in this given interval. Less than 0 शो करने के लिए अगर आप ध्यान दो न्यूमरेटर का फैक्टर जो है 56 minus cos x, this is always going to be positive. क्यों? pi by 2 से pi के बीच में, that is in the second quadrant, cos will cover values from -1 to 0. सारी नेगेटिव वैल्यूज अगर मैं इसमें ऐड कर दूं आंसर डेफिनेटली पॉजिटिव ही आएगा. एंड अगर आप ध्यान दो डिनोमिनेटर का जो फैक्टर है दैट इज होल स्क्वायर. स्क्वायर क्वांटिटी इज ऑलवेज ग्रेटर देन 0. बचा कौन? दैट इज दिस cos x, and cos x we know in the second quadrant this is always going to be negative. So this is positive and this is negative. So overall quantity आ गई less than 0. It means derivative less than 0. It means function is strictly decreasing. Let us pass on to the next question, that is question number 26, which is section C. Evaluate this integral. इस इंटीग्रल को इवैल्यूएट करने के लिए अगर आप ध्यान दो, this is, let this be I, this is equal to integration from 0 to pi by 2 log of sin x minus log of 2 cos x dx. In order to evaluate this integral, let us first pass on to this part. Log sin x, we will keep this quantity as it is. Log of 2 cos x, इसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे यूजिंग प्रॉपर्टी. आई विल राइट इट एज minus log of a into b, that can be written as log a plus log b. Due to this negative sign we will get minus log 2 minus log of cos x. And अगर आप इन दोनों टर्म्स को कंबाइन करो, you will get log a minus log b, and we can write this as log a by b, sin x by cos x, that is basically tan x, and minus log 2, this is constant quantity, we will keep it as it is. जैसे आप इस इंटीग्रल को सेपरेट करोगे तो फाइनली यू विल गेट I equals to integration from 0 to pi by 2 log of tan x dx minus integration from 0 to pi by 2 log 2 dx. एंड अगर आप ध्यान दो, इस पार्ट की इंटीग्रेशन आप बहुत जल्दी से कर सकते हो. बीइंग कांस्टेंट log 2 आ जाएगा इस इंटीग्रल के बाहर, एंड यू आर लेफ्ट विद 1, एंड इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 1 इज x. अपर लिमिट माइनस लोअर लिमिट सब्स्टिट्यूट करोगे, यू विल गेट दिस एज माइनस पाई बाय 2 log 2. बचा एक पार्ट, दैट इज दिस वन. नाउ इन ऑर्डर टू इवैल्यूएट दिस इंटीग्रल, आई विल कंसीडर दिस एज I1 integration from 0 to pi by 2 log of tan x dx. Since डेफिनेट इंटीग्रल का क्वेश्चन है, लिमिट्स है 0 to a टाइप, इसको इवैल्यूएट करने के लिए आई विल यूज द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ डेफिनेट इंटीग्रेशन, दैट इज रिप्लेस x by a minus x, which is pi by 2 minus x. वैल्यू ऑफ इंटीग्रल रिमेंस सेम, लिमिट्स भी सेम, log of x की जगह पे हमने सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिया pi by 2 minus x, and this turns out to be cot x. अगर आप ध्यान दो, प्रॉपर्टी अप्लाई करने के बाद भी फंक्शन उतना ही कॉम्प्लेक्स है जितना पहले था. तो व्हाट वी विल डू, we will treat this as part 1 and this as part 2. Now adding 1 and 2, on left hand side we will get 2I1 equals to, on adding these two we will get integration from 0 to pi by 2 log of tan x plus log of cot x dx. And अगर आप ध्यान दो, log a plus log b turns out to be log a into b. tan x into cot x की वैल्यू आ जाएगी 1, log 1 is 0, that's why the value of I1 turns out to be 0. Value of I1 turns out to be 0, this part is 0, so integral I की वैल्यू आ गई minus pi by 2 log 2. So answer to question number 26 is minus pi by 2 log 2. Now passing on to question number 27. 27th question में है, we have to find this given integral which is 1 upon root x into root x plus 1 into root x plus 2. कैसे प्रोसीड करें? अगर आप ध्यान दो, सब जगह डिनोमिनेटर में रूट x नजर आ रहा है, तो लेट अस सब्स्टिट्यूट रूट x इक्वल्स टू t. वन अपॉन रूट x into root x plus 1 into root x plus 2 dx. Now in order to evaluate this, I am using substitution. I will put root x equals to t. इंटीग्रल के अंदर सब्स्टिट्यूट कर रहे हैं, we need to find its derivative and that turns out to be 1 upon 2 root x dx equals to dt. So इंटेग्रल I टर्न्स आउट टू बी 1 by root x dx. 1 by root x dx की जगह पे आ जाएगा 2 dt, being constant 2 बाहर dt, and we are left with 1 upon t plus 1 into t plus 2. अगर आप ध्यान दो ये अब आपके पास कन्वर्ट हो गया रैशनल फंक्शन की फॉर्म में, विच इज पॉलिनोमियल अपॉन पॉलिनोमियल टाइप, और रैशनल फंक्शन की इंटीग्रेशन आप कर सकते हो यूजिंग पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन मेथड, क्योंकि डिनोमिनेटर में लीनियर फैक्टर्स हैं. तो आई विल ट्रीट दिस एज a अपॉन t प्लस 1 प्लस b अपॉन t प्लस 2. जैसे ही आप एलसीएम लेके सिंप्लीफाई करोगे इस एक्सप्रेशन को, यू विल गेट 1 इक्वल्स टू a इंटू टी प्लस 2 प्लस b इंटू टी प्लस 1. जैसे ही ब्रैकेट्स ओपन करेंगे वी विल गेट a प्लस b इंटू टी एंड प्लस ट्वाइस ऑफ a प्लस b. Since these two are polynomials and which are equal also, so polynomials equal means their corresponding coefficients are equal. So it means a plus b, which is coefficient of t, and from here coefficient of t is 0 and constant term 2a plus b, and on the left hand side constant term is 1. Now solving these two equations simultaneously, you will get the values of a and b, and the values of a and b turns out to be 1 and b turns out to be minus 1. जैसे ही आप a and b की वैल्यूज यहां सब्स्टिट्यूट करोगे, you will get 1 upon t plus 1 into t plus 2 equals to 1 upon t plus 1, and b की वैल्यू turns out to be minus 1, so ये आ गया minus 1 upon t plus 2. Now finally you have to integrate this part. तो अभी हम साइड पे ही रख रहे हैं, तो integrating both sides means integration of right hand side, integration of first minus integration of second, and from here you will get integration of 1 upon linear expression, that is log of mod t plus 1 and minus log of mod t plus 2, and of course साथ में constant of proportion constant भी आएगा, that is c, but finally we have to find the value of I which is twice of this integral. So twice of this integral जैसे आप evaluate करोगे twice of this, finally after simplification you will get the answer as log of mod t plus 1 upon t plus 2 plus c, and of course t की जगह वापस हमें आंसर चाहिए in terms of x, so we will substitute t as root x. So this is the final answer, means answer to question number 27 is twice of log of mod root x plus 1 upon root x plus 2 plus c. Now passing on to question number 28. Again choice was given in this question. So first part is find the particular solution of the given differential equation this, and also it was given that y of 0 is equals to 0. Now in order to solve this given differential equation, अगर आप ध्यान दो, this is a standard type which is linear differential equation, because dy by dx plus secant square x into y equals to tan x into secant square x. This is of the form dy by dx plus py equals to q, where p and q they both are functions in terms of x. Now in order to solve this differential equation, first of all we need to find the integrating factor, and integrating factor is equals to e raised to power integration of p times dx, and p is, on comparing we will get the value of p as secant square x dx. Secant square is derivative of tan x, so integrating factor turns out to be e power tan x. Now the next step is we have to multiply this differential equation with the integrating factor, and that turns out to be e power tan x into dy by dx plus e power tan x into secant square x into y equals to e power tan x into tan x into secant square x. जैसे ही आप integrating factor से multiply करोगे, you will get to know that on left hand side you will get derivative of e power tan x into y, and on right hand side you will get e power tan x into secant square x. We need expression in terms of x and y. तो वी हैव टू रिमूव दिस डेरिवेटिव. डेरिवेटिव रिमूव करने के लिए वी विल इंटीग्रेट बोथ साइड्स. इंटीग्रेटिंग बोथ साइड्स we will get e power tan x into y equals to, now integrating this कैसे प्रोसीड करें, बिकॉज e पावर tan x है, tan x भी है, secant square x भी है. अगर आप ध्यान दो secant square x is a derivative of tan x, तो इसको इंटीग्रेट हम बहुत इजीली कर सकते हैं. कैसे? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल राइट दिस and now I will separately consider this part as I. Now I will put tan x equals to t. तो फाइनली इसको डिफरेंशिएट भी करना है, तो यू विल गेट secant square x dx equals to dt. The integral I turns out to be e power t into tan x की जगह पे t, secant square x dx की जगह पे आ जाएगा dt. And now this is product of two functions. तो इसकी इंटीग्रेशन अब आप कर सकते हो यूजिंग मेथड ऑफ बाय पार्ट्स. जैसे आप बाय पार्ट्स अप्लाई करोगे तो यू विल गेट द आंसर एज इंटीग्रल I turns out to be tan x into e power tan x minus e power tan x plus c. बट ध्यान रहे इसको जैसे ही आप बाय पार्ट्स लगाओगे आंसर आएगा आपके पास इन टर्म्स ऑफ t. t की वैल्यू वापस सब्स्टिट्यूट करोगे, यू विल गेट दिस आंसर. नाउ यू हैव टू सब्स्टिट्यूट दिस इंटीग्रल ओवर हियर व्हिच इज tan x into e power tan x minus e power tan x plus c. But this is the general solution. We need to find its particular solution, that is y of 0 equal to 0. Means अगर मैं x को 0 पुट करूंगा तो y की वैल्यू भी आएगी 0. x को अगर हम 0 सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दें, tan 0 is 0, e raised to power 0 is 1 into y की वैल्यू 0, tan 0 is 0 into e power tan 0 is 1 minus e power tan 0 that is again 1 plus c. और अब अगर आप ध्यान दो ये पार्ट 0, ये पार्ट 0, तो -1 की साइड चेंज करोगे, c turns out to be 1. तो c की वैल्यू जैसे मैं यहां सब्स्टिट्यूट करूंगा 1. दिस इज द पर्टिकुलर सॉल्यूशन corresponding to the given differential equation, that is e power tan x into y equals to tan x into e power tan x minus e power tan x plus 1. Now second part of question number 28 is we have to solve the given differential equation. Differential equation solve करने के लिए सबसे पहला स्टेप रहेगा we need to find dy by dx. तो जैसे ही आप dx वाली टर्म्स क्लब करोगे you will get to know that dy by dx turns out to be dy by dx turns out to be y by x plus root of 1 plus y by x का होल स्क्वायर. एंड क्लियरली नजर आ रहा है ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड ये कंप्लीट एक्सप्रेशन जो है दैट इज इन टर्म्स ऑफ y by x. तो इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए we will put y by x equals to v. क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, since we need dy by dx, differentiate this with respect to x, so we will get dy by dx equals to, here we will apply product rule, v plus x into dv by dx. dy by dx की वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे in the above, v plus x dv by dx equals to v plus root of 1 plus v square. v gets cancelled out, so finally x dv by dx will be equal to this. अगर आप ध्यान दो वेरिएबल सेपरेट हो जाएंगे, यहां से इस टर्म की साइड चेंज करेंगे इक्वल्स टू, और dx एंड x की साइड चेंज करेंगे 1 by x into dx. वेरिएबल जैसे ही सेपरेट हुए, नाउ यू कैन इजीली फाइंड द सॉल्यूशन बाय इंटीग्रेटिंग बोथ साइड्स. इसकी इंटीग्रेशन आ जाएगी log of mod v plus root of 1 plus v square and equals to 1 by x integration, that turns out to be log of mod x and of course plus c. जैसे आप v की वैल्यू वापस पुट करोगे, that is y by x, you will get the final answer. And 28 का सेकंड पार्ट आंसर turns out to be log of mod y by x plus root of 1 plus y by x का whole square and equals to log of mod x plus c. Now passing on to question number 29, let us solve graphically the following linear programming problem. We have to maximize the objective function z, which is 6x plus 3y, and subjective constraints are given. So first of all, we will consider equation corresponding to the first equation, that is 4x plus y equals to 80. तो इस लाइन को प्लॉट करने के लिए अगर आप ध्यान दो, x intercept turns out to be 20 and y intercept turns out to be 80. तो ये लाइन हमारे पास बन जाएगी x intercept 20, say that is 20, 0, and y intercept is 80, say this point is 0, 80. Line will pass through these 2 points. And this is 4x plus y equals to 80. But अगर हमें inequality के corresponding region चाहिए, we will consider one nice point not lying on this line, and that is 0, 0. जैसे first inequality में put करेंगे 0 plus 0 greater than equals to 80 and 0 is not greater than equal to 80 means इस line के हमें रहना है इस part में. Now similarly, we will consider equation corresponding to second inequality, that is 3x plus 2y equals to 150. Again we can easily plot line corresponding to this equation, and intercepts की फॉर्म में अगर कन्वर्ट करूंगा तो ये पास करेगी x intercept turns out to be 50, that is 50, 0, and y intercept turns out to be 75. तो ये पॉइंट आया हमारे पास 0, 75. Line will pass through these 2 points, so it is like this. This is 3x plus 2y equals to 150. अब second inequality के corresponding region find करने के लिए we will consider again nice point not lying on this line, that is 0, 0. Substitute करेंगे, we will get 0 less than equal to 150, which is true. तो इस line के रहना है हमें इस तरफ. Now the third equation corresponding to the third inequality, x plus 5y equals to 115. Similarly, ये line अगर draw करेंगे, this line will pass through 115, 0 and 0, 23. The line will be like this. Which is x plus 5y equals to 115. Now, region corresponding to this inequality, again 0, 0 is a nice point. Substitute करेंगे inequality में 0 greater than equal to 115, which is not satisfying the inequality. तो इस line के हमें रहना है ऊपर. So finally, इस line के इधर, इस line के नीचे की तरफ और इस line के ऊपर. And clearly the feasible region is this one, having 3 corner points, 1, 2, and 3. And we can easily find these corner points. क्यों? Because they are points of intersection. Points of intersection आप find कर सकते हो solving the 2 equations simultaneously. इस equation और इस line की equation दोनों को simultaneously solve करेंगे. We will get this point as 15, 20. Similarly, this point of intersection is this line equation. ये present है हमारे पास, and this line equation present है. Solving these 2 equations simultaneously, we will get coordinates of this point as 40, 15, and similarly for this point we will get the coordinates as 2, 72. Corner points हमारे पास आ गए, and we have to maximize the objective function. हमें पता है अगर objective function की maximum value exist करेगी, वो definitely corner point पे ही exist करेगी. तो इन corner points के corresponding objective function की value we can easily find. Z turns out to be 228, and इस point के corresponding, that is 15, 20, Z turns out to be 150, and इस point के corresponding, which is 40, 15, Z turns out to be 285. So the maximum value of objective function Z is 285 at 40, 15. So answer to question number 29, that is maximum value is 285 at 40, 15. Now let's pass on to question number 30. Again choice was given. Part A is the probability distribution of a random variable x is given below. Table दिया हुआ है, x की values है 1, 2, 3, their corresponding probabilities are given, and three parts are given. First one is find the value of k. In order to find the value of k, we know that probability distribution table में sum of all the probabilities must be equal to 1. जैसे इन सारी probabilities को add करेंगे, answer must be equals to 1, and solving this condition, value of k turns out to be 1. Since value of k turns out to be 1, now we can easily pass on to part 2. That is, we have to find probability of 1 less than equal to x less than 3. इसका मतलब है we have to find probability of x equal to 1 plus probability of capital X equals to 2. And from the table, probability of x equal to 1 is k by 2. K की value 1 है तो 1 by 2. Probability of x equal to 2 is k by 3, that is 1 by 3. जैसे इन दोनों को ऐड करेंगे, answer turns out to be 5 by 6. And similarly, the third part is find expected value of x. आगे लिखा भी हुआ है expected value of x, that is the mean of x. So expected value of x is equals to summation of xi into p of xi. अगर आप ध्यान दो, probability distribution table is 1, 2, 3. Their corresponding probabilities are k by 2, that is 1 by 2, 1 by 3, and 1 by 6. We need to find another column, that is xi into p of xi. इन दोनों का product 1 by 2, इन दोनों का product 2 by 3, इन दोनों का product that is 3 by 6, which is basically 1 by 2. जैसे इन सबको add करेंगे, because we need summation. जैसे इन सबको add करेंगे, we will get the final answer, and that turns out to be 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, that is 1 plus 2 by 3, that is 5 by 3. So answer to question number 30, first part का answer 1, second part का answer आया 5 by 6, and third part का answer है 5 by 3. Now its second part is कहता A and B are independent events such that probability of A intersection B complement equals to 1 by 4 and probability of A complement intersection B is 1 by 6. Find probability of A as well as probability of B. Since we are given that A and B are independent events, means probability of A intersection B must be equal to probability of A into probability of B. And we also know that since A and B are independent, means A complement and B are also independent, A and B complement are also independent, A complement and B complement are also independent. Therefore, the given condition, that is probability of A intersection B complement equals to probability of A into probability of B complement, which is equals to 1 by 4. Similarly, probability of A complement intersection B turns out to be probability of A complement into probability of B, and which is given as 1 by 6. We need to find probability of A and probability of B. ध्यान से, probability of A and probability of B. हमें complements involve नहीं करने. First equation becomes probability of B complement is 1 minus probability of B, and from second condition probability of A complement is 1 minus probability of A. अगर आप ध्यान दो, दो इक्वेशन है, दो ही अननोन्स हैं, तो इसको इजी करने के लिए I will consider P of A as X and probability of B as Y. Probability of A as X and probability of B as Y. From here, I can find the value of X in terms of Y. So X turns out to be 1 by 4 into 1 minus Y. जैसे ही X की वैल्यू यहाँ सब्स्टिट्यूट करूंगा in terms of Y, you will get a quadratic in terms of Y, and solving that quadratic, you will get two values of Y. They are 1 by 4 or 2 by 3. जैसे ही Y की वैल्यू 1 by 4 यहाँ सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे तो corresponding value of X turns out to be 1 by 3, and value of Y 2 by 3 यहाँ सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे, corresponding value of X turns out to be 3 by 4. So Y is 1 by 4, X is 1 by 3, and Y is 2 by 3, X is 3 by 4. So answer to the second part is X की value 1 by 3, इसके corresponding Y is 1 by 4 और X is 3 by 4, so Y की value turns out to be 2 by 3. Now passing on to question number 31. Again, choice was given in this question. First part is we have to evaluate definite integration of e power x sin x when x is varying from 0 to pi by 2. Definite integral का question है, तो either we can use properties of definite integration, और अगर आप ध्यान दो क्योंकि इंटीग्रेंट जो है that is e power x into sin x, तो इसकी हम सबसे पहले indefinite integration easily कर सकते हैं, and finally we can substitute the limits. Like I will consider this as I integration from 0 to pi by 2 of e power x into sin x dx. सबसे पहले मैं indefinite integration करूंगा. I will consider indefinite integration as I1 of e power x sin x, and since this is product of two functions, so I will treat this as a second function applying by parts. This turns out to be first function as it is integration of second, that turns out to be minus cos x minus whole integral derivative of first, that is e power x, integration of this minus cos x, so this becomes plus. Again applying by parts in this part, so minus e power x cos x plus, again इसको treat करूंगा second function first as it is integration of second minus whole integral e power x, इसका derivative e power x, integration of second, that is sin x dx. अगर आप ध्यान दो ये वही पार्ट है जिसके इंटीग्रेशन से हमने स्टार्ट करा, दैट इज बेसिकली I1. तो इस I1 की साइड अगर मैं चेंज कर दूं तो ये बन गया यहाँ पे आके ट्वाइस, तो I1 टर्न्स आउट टू बी minus 1 by 2 e power x cos x and plus 1 by 2 into e power x sin x. I1 की वैल्यू आ गई, मतलब इसकी इनडेफिनेट इंटीग्रेशन हो गई. अब हम लिमिट्स इवैल्यूएट कर सकते हैं. अपर लिमिट माइनस लोअर लिमिट जैसे ही पुट करेंगे, फाइनली आंसर टर्न्स आउट टू बी 1 by 2 into e power 5 by 2 plus 1. So 31st क्वेश्चन का ए पार्ट का आंसर है 1 by 2 into e power 5 by 2 plus 1. Now choice was given. सेकेंड पार्ट में है अगेन इनडेफिनिट इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 1 upon cos of x minus a into cos of x minus b dx. अगर आप ध्यान दो इसको इवैल्यूएट करने के लिए सेम ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शंस के साथ एंगल्स x minus a x minus b जैसी टर्म मेरे को न्यूमरेटर में जनरेट करनी है. और अगर आप ध्यान दो इन एंगल्स का अगर आप डिफरेंस कंसीडर करोगे, that is a nice quantity which is b minus a. Now the question arises, अगर मेरे को मल्टीप्लाई डिवाइड करना है तो साइन ऑफ b minus a से मल्टीप्लाई डिवाइड करूं या cos ऑफ b minus a से करूं. Let us try one by one. साइन ऑफ a minus b से अगर मैं मल्टीप्लाई डिवाइड करता हूं, let's see can we proceed further upon cos of x minus a into cos of x minus b dx. साइन ऑफ b माइनस ए से मल्टीप्लाई करा तो साइन ऑफ b माइनस ए से करेंगे डिवाइड, बिकॉज दिस इज अ कांस्टेंट क्वांटिटी, इसलिए इंटीग्रेशन से बाहर लिखी. लेट दिस बी i. नाउ वी कैन प्रोसीड फर्दर. कैसे? दिस एंगल कैन बी रिटन एज यूजिंग दिस कंडीशन विच इज x माइनस a माइनस x माइनस b. नाउ दिस टर्न्स आउट टू बी साइन ऑफ a माइनस b टाइप. And we know the result, sin of a minus b is sin a into cos b minus cos a into sin b. And of course denominator separate करेंगे, we will get this as cos of x minus a into cos of x minus b, cos of x minus a into cos of x minus b. अगर आप ध्यान दो cos of x minus b हुआ cancel out, and from here cos of x minus a हुआ cancel out. Finally we will get 1 upon sin of b minus a, integration of this becomes tangent of x minus a and this becomes tangent of x minus b. And now these are the standard results. You can easily integrate these two, और जैसे integrate करोगे finally you will get the answer as 1 upon sin of b minus a into log of mod cos of x minus b upon cos of x minus a plus c. So answer to the second part of 31st question is 1 upon sine of b minus a into log of mod cos of x minus b upon cos of x minus a plus c. Now passing on to question number 32, a relation R is defined on a set of real numbers as relation R is containing ordered pairs x comma y such that x into y is an irrational number. Check whether R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive or not. सबसे पहले चलता है reflexive part पे, but first of all we will write the relation R, that is set of all ordered pairs satisfying the condition x into y is an irrational number. Let us see reflexive relation के लिए condition क्या है, that for every real number x must be related with x, means इस टाइप के ordered pairs relation R में होने चाहिए for every real x. Let's see x comma x अगर इस relation में हुआ तो it will satisfy the condition x into x is an irrational number. Is it true that for every real number x into x is always an irrational? No. Reason behind that is if I consider x as say root 2, root 2 into root 2 will give us 2, which is not an irrational number. That's why this relation is not a reflexive relation. Next, let us check whether this relation is symmetric or not. And for symmetric relation, the condition is if x comma y belongs to relation R, must imply y comma x belongs to relation R. Let us see. X comma y belongs to relation R means x into y is an irrational number. And we know product of two real numbers is commutative. That's why I can write from here that y into x is also an irrational number. Since y into x is an irrational number, this implies y comma x belongs to relation R. It means अगर x comma y relation R में है तो इसके corresponding y comma x भी relation R में है. That's why this relation is a symmetric relation. Now the third part is we have to check whether this relation is transitive or not. And for transitive relation we need to check if x comma y belongs to relation R and y comma z belongs to relation R, then x comma z must belongs to relation R. Let us see. अगर x comma y relation R में है तो this will satisfy the condition x into y is an irrational. And similarly y comma z relation R में है तो y into z is an irrational number. And from these two conditions, can we say x into z is also an irrational number? No. Because either we can multiply because we need x into z. जैसे multiply करेंगे तो बीच में y square involve होगा. तो directly using these two we can't reach at this step. So let us consider some examples. If I treat x as 2 and y as root 3 because मेरे को चाहिए इन दोनों का product irrational. And of course 2 into root 3 is an irrational satisfying the first condition. And y into z, y हमने already consider कर लिया root 3, so I will consider say z as 3. Z को 3 consider करा तो ये product आ गया 3 root 3 which is again an irrational, again satisfying the condition. Let us see that x into z क्या वो irrational आया? अगर आप ध्यान दो तो यहाँ से आंसर आपके पास आ जाएगा 6 which is not an irrational. That's why this relation is not a transitive relation. So it means 32nd क्वेश्चन में हमने तीनों पार्ट्स चेक कर लिए. 33rd का A पार्ट. Here we will use the property of A into B inverse that can be written as B inverse into A inverse. B inverse हमें already given है. कुल मिला के we have to find A inverse and A inverse is basically 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of matrix A. Determinant of A we can easily find because matrix A हमें given है from the first row using first row, अगर आप determinant of A evaluate करोगे, answer turns out to be 1. And now we have to find adjoint of A. Adjoint of A is basically transpose of a cofactor matrix. Cofactors you can easily find corresponding to each element. Cofactor matrix turns out to be 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 6, 2 and 5. इसका ट्रांसपोज जैसे ही आप कंसीडर करोगे, एडजॉइंट ऑफ ए फाइनली टर्न्स आउट टू बी रो 1 चेंजेस टू कॉलम 1 3 1 2, रो 2 चेंजेस टू कॉलम 2 2 1 2, रो 3 चेंजेस टू कॉलम 3 6 2 एंड 5. डिटर्मिनेंट ऑफ ए इज 1, एडजॉइंट ऑफ ए प्रेजेंट है. जैसे ही ये वैल्यूज यहां सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे तो ए इनवर्स टर्न्स आउट टू बी 3 2 6 1 1 2 एंड 2 2 5. ए इनवर्स आपके पास प्रेजेंट है, बी इनवर्स ऑलरेडी क्वेश्चन में गिवन है, तो वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे यहाँ पे, तो बी इनवर्स इंटू ए इनवर्स, मैट्रिक्स मल्टीप्लीकेशन आपको आती है. फाइनली आंसर टर्न्स आउट टू बी 10 7 21 minus 49 minus 34 minus 103 17 12 and 36. So answer to question number 33 is, that is 10 7 21 minus 49 minus 34 minus 103 17 12 and 36. Now choice was given in this question. So part B is solve the following system of equations by matrix method, and the equations are given. They are 3 equations in 3 variables. So सबसे पहले इसको हम लिखेंगे using matrix equation, that is A into X equals to B, where matrix A is matrix of coefficients, that is 1 2 3 and 2 minus 1 1 3 2 and minus 2, and matrix X is a matrix of variables, that is X Y and Z, and matrix B is matrix of constants, that is 6 2 and 3. हाँ जी, तो जैसे हम यहाँ सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे ये 3 मैट्रिक्स, तो पूरी की पूरी जो इक्वेशन है, सिस्टम ऑफ इक्वेशंस, वो मैट्रिक्स फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट हो गई है. तो इन ऑर्डर टू फाइंड द मैट्रिक्स एक्स, वी विल प्री मल्टीप्लाई बोथ साइड्स बाय ए इनवर्स. तो एक्स इज विल बी इक्वल्स टू ए इनवर्स इनटू बी. एक्स प्रेजेंट है, बी प्रेजेंट है हमारे पास, वी नीड टू फाइंड ए इनवर्स. ए इनवर्स वी नो दैट दिस इज इक्वल्स टू 1 अपॉन डिटर्मिनेंट ऑफ ए into adjoint of A. Determinant of A we can easily find. Matrix A present है, using row 1 we can find its determinant, and determinant of matrix A turns out to be 35. Now in order to find adjoint of A, we know that adjoint of A is equals to transpose of a cofactor matrix. Cofactors आप easily find कर सकते हो. Cofactor matrix turns out to be 0 7 7 10 minus 11 4 and 5 5 minus 5. So finally इसका ट्रांसपोज कंसीडर करा, that is 0 7 7, row 2 changes to column 2 and row 3 changes to column 3. This is adjoint of A and determinant of A. So finally matrix X, that is matrix of variables, equals to A inverse 1 by 35 into A inverse, that is 0 10 5 7 minus 11 5 7 4 and minus 5 into matrix B, that is matrix of constant 6 2 and 3. जैसे ही आप इस सिचुएशन को सिंप्लीफाई करोगे, फाइनली राइट हैंड साइड टर्न्स आउट टू बी 1 1 1, and on comparing the two matrices you will get the values of X Y Z. They all are equal to 1. So finally answer to question number 33, choice part is X equal to 1, Y equal to 1 and Z equals to 1. Now passing on to question number 34, again choice was given in this question. The very first part is find the vector and the Cartesian equations of a line passing through the point 1, 2, minus 4, and of course is parallel to the line joining points A and B. Hence find the distance between the two lines. So in question number 34, in the first part, you need to find equation of line passing through this point 1, 2, minus 4, and which is parallel to the line which is passing through 2 points, A whose coordinates are 3, 3, minus 5, and B point whose coordinates are 1, 0, and minus 11. In order to find equation of this line, we need point on the line, which is already given, and another thing which is needed, that is we need its direction ratios. Since the two lines are parallel to each other, it means their direction ratios must be same. इसके direction ratios we can easily write x1, y1, z1, and this point is x2, y2, z2. Direction ratios are x2 minus x1, that is minus 2 ratio, y2 minus y1, that is minus 3 ratio, z2 minus z1, that turns out to be minus 6. So the direction ratios are minus 2 ratio, minus 3 ratio, minus 6. Point पता है, direction ratios पता है, we can easily write equation of this line, that is x minus x1 by a equals to y minus y1 by b equals to z minus z1, that turns out to be z plus 4 by c minus 6. फर्स्ट पार्ट का आंसर आ गया है. इसी में एक और पार्ट भी है, that is hence find the distance between the two lines and distance between two parallel lines. We know the result, that is it is a2 minus a1 vector, इसका क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट विद b वेक्टर डिवाइडेड बाय मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ b वेक्टर एंड इस पूरे का मैग्नीट्यूड. अब यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन अराइज होता है, व्हाट इज a2 वेक्टर, व्हाट इज a1 वेक्टर एंड व्हाट इज b वेक्टर. a2 वेक्टर है इस लाइन के ऊपर कोई भी एक पॉइंट से मैं ये ट्रीट कर लेता हूं. a2 वेक्टर इज 3i कैप प्लस 3j कैप and minus 5k cap. That is basically the position vector corresponding to this point. A1 vector is position vector corresponding to the point on another line, that is A1 vector is I cap plus 2j cap minus 4k cap. And what is B vector? That is one vector parallel to these two lines. Since direction ratios are given, we can write vector parallel to the line. So B vector will be equals to minus 2i cap minus 3j cap माइनस 6k कैप. जैसे ही आप इन सब वैल्यूज को यहां सब्स्टिट्यूट करोगे, आंसर टर्न्स आउट टू बी रूट ऑफ 293 by 7 units. Now our choice is find the equations of the line passing through the points A, that is 1, 2, 3 and B point, that is 3, 5, 9. Hence find the coordinates of the points on this line which are at a distance of 14 units from point B. Find the equations of the line passing through point A and B. A point is 1, 2, 3 and B point is 3, 5, 9. In order to write equation of such line, we need one point. Let us consider this as a point, and we need direction ratios of this line. Since 2 points are given, we can easily write direction ratios, that is x2 minus x1 2 ratio y2 minus y1, that is 3 ratio 9 minus 3, that is 6. Point पता है, direction ratios पता है, we can easily write equation of line x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b and z minus z1 by c. Equation of line हमारे पास आ चुकी है. Hence find the coordinates of the points on this line which are at 14 units distance from point B. Point B से 14 unit distance पे से ये 14 unit distance पे एक point है D, and similarly इस direction में भी एक point आएगा यहाँ से C. We need to find both these points. इन दोनों पॉइंट्स को फाइंड करने के लिए एक ही कंडीशन है, दैट इज डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द पॉइंट्स इज 14 यूनिट्स. कैसे प्रोसीड करें? लेट्स सी. सिंस इस लाइन की इक्वेशन हमारे पास ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट है, तो वी कैन राइट कोऑर्डिनेट्स ऑफ पॉइंट बी. कैसे? लेट ईच बी इक्वल्स टू लैम्डा. सो एक्स की वैल्यू इन टर्म्स ऑफ लैम्डा हम लिख सकते हैं. इक्वेटिंग दीज टू, वी विल गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स एज 2 लैम्डा प्लस 1. Similarly, y की value turns out to be 3 lambda plus 2 and z turns out to be 6 lambda plus 3. तो D point के coordinates आ गए हमारे पास 2 lambda plus 1, 3 lambda plus 2 and z coordinate is 6 lambda plus 3. ये आ गए जी coordinates of point D. And in order to find the value of lambda, distance between these 2 points is 14 units. So BD distance is 14. हाँ जी, BD डिस्टेंस 14 है, तो डिस्टेंस फॉर्मूला जैसे अप्लाई करेंगे x2 minus x1, तो that turns out to be 2 lambda minus 2 whole square plus y2 minus y1, that turns out to be 3 lambda minus 3 whole square, and plus z2 minus z1 turns out to be 6 lambda minus 6 whole square. Its positive square root must be equals to 14. एंड जैसे ही आप इस इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करोगे, यू विल गेट अ क्वाड्रेटिक इन टर्म्स ऑफ लैम्डा. लैम्डा की 2 पॉसिबल वैल्यूज आ जाएंगी एंड दे टर्न्स आउट टू बी 3 and -1. If you put value of lambda as 3, you will get coordinates of point as 7, 11, 21, and if you put lambda as -1, you will get another point on the line that is -1, -1 and -3. So finally 34th क्वेश्चन का आंसर पार्ट ए का आपके पास आया x minus 1 by minus 2 equals to y minus 2 by minus 3 equals to z plus 4 by minus 6. And again, hence the distance d turns out to be root of 293 by 7 units. And choice part का जो आंसर है that is equation of line which is x minus 1 by 2 equals to y minus 2 by 3 equals to z minus 3 by 6, and also the coordinates of the points are 7, 11, 21 or -1, -1, -3. Now passing on to question number 35, let's find the area of the region bounded by the curves x square equal to y and y equals to x plus 2 and x-axis using integration. First of all, we need to draw these curves. After that, we can easily find the area bounded between the curves. So 35th question में first curve is x square equals to y, which is a parabola opening upwards with vertex at 0, 0. This is x square equals to y. And second one is linear relationship between x and y, y equals to x plus 2. अगर मैं x को 0 पुट करूंगा, y की वैल्यू आ जाएगी 2, and y 0 पुट करेंगे तो x आ जाएगा -2. Line will pass through these 2 points. This line is y equals to x plus 2. Area bounded between these 2 curves and x-axis bounded between these 2 curves. Line and parabola के बीच में बाउंड होता हुआ एरिया, that is this one. In order to find this area, we will consider a vertical strip. और जैसे ही ये vertical strip vary करेगी, clearly नजर आ रहा है in the complete part, the upper curve is this line, and lower part of this strip will always touch this curve which is parabola. So we can integrate. In order to find this shaded area, we will integrate from this point to this point, and for that we need these points of intersection. Point of intersection हम easily find कर सकते हैं solving the 2 equations simultaneously, and for that clearly नजर आ रहा है y की वैल्यू इक्वेट करेंगे तो x squared equals to x plus 2. From here you will get a quadratic in terms of x. Solve करोगे तो x की 2 possible values आ जाएंगी, that turns out to be -1 or 2. अगर x की वैल्यू है -1, यहां सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे, y turns out to be 1. x की वैल्यू है 2, तो y turns out to be 4. It means this vertical strip will vary from x equal to -1 to x equals to 2. And of course, the upper curve, say y2, minus lower curve, say y1, into dx. And substituting the value of y2, upper curve is line. From line, y2 की वैल्यू आ जाएगी हमारे पास x plus 2 in terms of x. Minus lower curve is this parabola. From that, y turns out to be x square into dx. And now you can easily integrate this part. Integrate करोगे, upper limit minus lower limit evaluate करेंगे, answer turns out to be 9 by 2 square units. So answer to question number 35 is 9 by 2 square units. Now passing on to question number 36, which is a part of section E consisting of 3 case studies. Now the case study 1 is that there are different types of yoga which involve the usage of different poses of yoga, asanas, meditation and pranayam as shown in the figure below. Further he says, the Venn diagram below represents the probabilities of 3 different types of yoga A, B and C performed by the people of a society. Further, it is given that probability of a member performing type C yoga is 0.44. So the Venn diagram corresponding to this case study is, so this is sample space S, this is set A, this is set B and this is set C. This part is 0.32, 0.09, this is Y, this is X and 0.21, this is 0.11. So now on the basis of the above information, answer the following questions. First part is find the value of X. X find करने के लिए X C set का part है and we are given that the probability of a member performing type C yoga is 0.44. Means this plus this part must be equal to 0.44 and from here we will get the value of X as 0.23. So the answer to the first part is 0.23. Now the second part is find the value of Y. Y की value find करने के लिए we know that this is sample space and sample space की probability होती है 1. So adding all these parts 0.32 plus 0.09 plus Y plus X which is 0.23 plus 0.21 and plus this part 0.11 must be equal to 1. And solving this equation we will get the value of Y as 0.04. Now the third part is we have to find probability of C given B. Conditional probability का result apply करेंगे probability of C intersection B upon probability of B. C part and B set दोनों में common part आया this that is X. X की value आ गई 0.23 upon probability of B. B is this complete set which is 0.09 plus Y plus X. 0.09 plus Y. Y turns out to be 0.04 and X which is 0.23. जैसे ही आप इस पार्ट को सिंप्लीफाई करोगे you will get the final answer as 23/36. And now choice was given in part 3. So the second part of part 3 is find the probability that a randomly selected person of the society does yoga of type A or C but not C. So means we have to find probability of selected person doing either yoga of type A or B means union B but not C means intersection C complement. A or B that is set A complete or B complete this plus this plus this plus this but ध्यान से कहता है not C तो मतलब C वाला part अगर हटा दें तो we are left with this part and this part which is equal to 0.32 plus 0.09 and plus y की वैल्यू हमारे पास आ चुकी है ऑलरेडी दैट इज 0.04. जैसे ही आप इन दोनों को ऐड करोगे दिस इज 0.13 plus 0.32 आंसर टर्न्स आउट टू बी 0.45. सो 36th क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट पार्ट का आंसर है 0.23, सेकंड पार्ट का आंसर है 0.04, थर्ड पार्ट का आंसर है 23/36. इसी में और पार्ट है जिसका आंसर है 0.45. Now passing on to question number 37, which is case study 2. A tank as shown in the figure below formed using a combination of a cylinder and a cone offers better drainage as compared to a flat bottomed tank. A tap is connected to such a tank whose conical part is full of water. Water is dripping out from a tap at the bottom at a uniform rate of 2 centimeter cube per second means we are given rate of change of volume, that is dV by dt is 2 centimeter cube per second. Since water is dripping, the rate of change of volume is negative. The semi-vertical angle of the conical tank is 45 degree. तो मैं यहाँ पे शेप भी ड्रॉ कर देता हूँ, सिलेंडर with conical part, and this semi-vertical angle is 45 degree. Let this be say radius r. Next, on the basis of the given information, answer the following questions. First part में कहता है find the volume of water in the tank in terms of its radius r. ध्यान से, अगर आप केस स्टडी ध्यान से रीड करो, फर्स्ट लाइन में ही गिवन था टैप इज कनेक्टेड टू सच अ टैंक whose conical part is full of water. Conical part. The volume of water in this is V equals to volume of this cone is 1/3 pi r square h. But ध्यान से हमें आंसर रिप्रेजेंट करना है only in terms of radius r. We need a relationship between r and h. And अगर आप ध्यान दो, अगर मैं ये हाइट h एज्यूम कर लूं, since in this right angle triangle this angle is 45, so it means this length must be equal to this length. मतलब r must be equals to h. ध्यान से, so from here we can write this volume as 1/3 pi r square into r, that is 1/3 pi r cube, and साथ में यूनिट जरूर लिखेंगे सेंटीमीटर क्यूब. सेकेंड पार्ट में कहता फाइंड द रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ रेडियस एट एन इंस्टेंट when r equals to 2 root 2. तो रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ रेडियस फाइंड करने के लिए we need a relationship between v and r. वो ऑलरेडी आ गया है हमारे पास. तो डिफरेंशिएट बोथ साइड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू t. dv by dt will be equals to 1/3 pi r cube का डेरिवेटिव is 3r square and using chain rule dr by dt. dv by dt की वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे -2 equals to 1/3 into pi into 3, और हमें dr by dt निकालना है at instant when radius is 2 root 2. तो 2 root 2 का स्क्वायर into dr by dt. जैसे हम इसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे, dr by dt turns out to be -1/4 pi, ध्यान से, सेंटीमीटर पर सेकेंड. Now passing on to third part of this case study. Again choice was given. First part is find the rate at which the wet surface of the conical tank is decreasing at an instant when radius r equals to 2 root 2. Wet surface मतलब curved surface area of the conical tank, and curved surface area is pi r l. अब ध्यान से हमें ये फाइंड करना है rate at which wet surface area of the conical tank is decreasing when r is 2 root 2. So it means first of all ये expression in terms of r आना चाहिए, l और r में relation हमें पता होना चाहिए. From this right angle triangle, this is slant height L, height हमें पता है that is equals to h. जैसे ही पाइथागोरस थ्योरम अप्लाई करूंगा, L turns out to be root 2 times r. जैसे यहाँ सब्स्टिट्यूट करा तो C turns out to be pi r into root 2 r. Now this complete expression is in terms of radius r. Differentiating both sides with respect to t, dc by dt equals to ये है root 2 into pi r square का डेरिवेटिव 2r into using chain rule dr by dt. dr by dt हमें ऑलरेडी पता है that is -1/4 pi, and r की वैल्यू हमें ये फाइंड करना था at an instant when r is 2 root 2. सारी वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे, आंसर turns out to be -2 centimeter square per second. Now the choice part is find the rate of change of height h at an instant when slant height is 4 centimeter. For that we need a relation between slant height and h, and from these two relations L will be equals to root 2 times h. And of course rate of change of volume is fixed, means dv by dt is -2 centimeter cube per second. ये हमें already given था. So using the relation that is volume of this cone is 1/3 pi r square h, आई नीड दिस कंप्लीट एक्सप्रेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ एच। तो आर और एच में रिलेशन हमारे पास प्रेजेंट है, आर की वैल्यू पुट करूंगा, आई विल गेट दिस एज एच क्यूब। नाउ डिफरेंशिएटिंग बोथ साइड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टी, डीवी बाई डी टी इक्वल्स टू 1/3 पाई एच क्यूब का डेरिवेटिव 3h स्क्वायर यूजिंग चेन रूल डी एच बाई डी टी। तो 3 से 3 हुआ कैंसिल आउट, dv by dt की वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे, फाइनली वी विल गेट -2/πh square equals to dh by dt। In order to find dh by dt, क्वेश्चन में गिवन था रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ हाइट हमें फाइंड करनी है एट एन इंस्टेंट व्हेन स्लांट हाइट इज 4 सेंटीमीटर, व्हेन स्लांट हाइट इज 4, h turns out to be 2√2। Substituting the value of h, dh by dt turns out to be -1/4 pi। यूनिट्स रहेंगे सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड। सो आंसर टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 37, फर्स्ट पार्ट का आंसर है 1/3 पाई r क्यूब सेंटीमीटर क्यूब। सेकंड पार्ट का आंसर है हमारे पास -1/4 पाई सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड। एंड थर्ड पार्ट का आंसर है हमारे पास -2 सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर पर सेकेंड। एंड इसी में चॉइस पार्ट का आंसर हमारे पास आया -1/4 पाई सेंटीमीटर पर सेकेंड। नाउ पासिंग ऑन टू केस स्टडी 3, which is the last question of the paper, that is the equation of the path traced by a roller coaster is given by the polynomial f of x, which is given if the roller coaster crosses y-axis at a point 0, -1. Answer the following questions based on this. First part is find the value of a। Very simple question। क्यों वैल्यू ऑफ ए मैं फाइंड कर सकता हूं? बिकॉज जो पाथ ट्रेवल करा उसके कोरेस्पॉन्डिंग हमें फंक्शन गिवन है, पॉलिनोमियल गिवन है, एंड दैट पाथ इज पासिंग फ्रॉम वन पॉइंट दैट इज 0, -1 मीन्स वो उस कर्व पे लाई करता है, तो उस इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई करेगा। तो f of 0 is equal to -1। पॉलिनोमियल फंक्शन में x की जगह 0 पुट करेंगे तो वी विल गेट द आंसर एज द a into 9 plus 0 plus 1 that is 1 and 0 minus 3 that is -3 which is equals to -1, and on simplifying this condition we will get the value of a as 1/27। Now in the second part, to find f double dash x at x equals to 1। So first of all we will simplify the function f of x। जैसे ही सारी ब्रैकेट्स ओपन करूंगा फाइनली हमारे पास आंसर आ जाएगा, a की वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करी एंड polynomial turns out to be x cube plus 7x square minus 21x minus 27। Now I can easily differentiate this with respect to x। f dash x turns out to be 1/27 into 3x square plus 14x minus 21। एक बार और डिफरेंशिएट करा, f double dash x turns out to be 1/27 into 6x plus 14। Now finally we have to find f double dash x at x equals to 1। तो जैसे ही x को 1 पुट करेंगे f double dash x 1 turns out to be 6 plus 14 20/27। So finally 38th question का first part answer is value of a as 1/27 and second part का answer है 20/27। And with this discussion of board paper is over। I hope you have verified your answers, and if you want more videos like this, do subscribe our channel and like this video and share this with your friends।